Hey there, folks. It's AK, and welcome back to Cubeaholics. I've been working on a project I realize I haven't really shown you yet, so it's time to show you my boots. No, just kidding. It's time to show you the boat. The boat, which is, you're like, what? It looks like a big platform. It's because I'm not done with the boat. But let me show you the boat, at least where it's at right now, which is not much, but ta-da! As you can see, it is just getting underway, but I'm excited about it. I had this idea. I thought, you know what this place needs? This place needs a boat, like a pirate ship or something. So I went on to YouTube, which is the place where all good ideas start, or some people would say it's where all good ideas go to die, but I disagree. I find fantastic inspiration and tutorials that are super helpful. And this one is by Lord Docker, D-A-K-R. Lord Docker has a lot of ship tutorials. He's got everything from Boeing 747s to the Black Pearl, which looked like super epic, but I knew I was not ready for it. And this is the inside of the hold of what he calls the 14-gun brig. So what I originally was doing, this is in my texture pack, this is dark oak down here. And I originally, what you see that's a nether brick, I originally did with spruce planks. But then as I got the thing built, I didn't really like the way that it looked. To be honest, to be perfectly honest, I was just like, this is looking like a very brown, boring ship. And of course, Lord Docker's, I have this gold I need to put on. We'll do that while I'm talking. Lord Docker's ship is in, gosh, what did he use in the demo? Well, in his original build, he used black wool, which is kind of cool because a lot of ships are, painted black. And then he had, I think, a birch deck, and then he had snow and what my next level, next layers are going to be. It's going to be a contrasting color to this. And Lord Docker's ship is, well, his demonstration, well, his example ship is the black wool, and then on top of that he did snow and nether quartz slabs, so you get like a really nice contrast. But then in the actual tutorial itself, I'm trying to remember what he builds with. I just remember the top he did like in sandstone, because you need something that you can do both bricks and slabs, which is kind of cool. So, let's get on my ice. See, this is ice. I thought ice is a good idea because then I can break it and it turns to water and I don't really care. It's not like I'm going to try to salvage the blocks. Anyways, so he has his first two levels that are under the water in some other material, and then has the top in something else that actually does matter because you actually see it. So I did my bottom in dark oak, and then I was gonna, like I said, do this in spruce, but then, yeah, the spruce thing just didn't really work out. But up here on the prow, and I think we're gonna need to, oh yeah, gonna have to get out of here. Thank you, Depth Strider 3. I do love Depth Strider 3. It's fantastic. And when these are leather boots, which I think I can repair a little bit. Anyways, but when they go, I'm gonna have to try to get a book or just enchant some boots straight up with Depth Strider because I love them and I miss them. So I miss them already and I still have them. So I think, yeah, this one here, I think that one there is in gold, or it's the one below it in gold. I'll wait to place it before I find out. But it's just kind of like a nice little ornamental thing up here near the bow of the ship. That's the stern of the ship. It's so funny. It's like I know my port, starboard, bow, and stern. I know my terms, but for me they're all backwards because I was on the rowing team in college. So the boat was always going that way, and I was always facing it that way. So I always think of the bow as being in the back, or the bow as being in the back, but it's in the front. And I think of the stern as being in front of me, which it was, but it's the back of the ship. So anyways, I always have to think, oh, wait a minute, that's starboard, that's port, right? And I'm like, no, wait a minute, face the front. That's port, that's starboard. It always throws me off. Or actually, I think I just had that. Starboard port. Yeah. Starboard port I got. Bow and stern always throw me. Anyways, boat stuff. It's a lot of fun. So anyhow, I'm building the 14-gun brig from Lord Docker on YouTube, and I will definitely link it up in the tutorial. But anyways, I replaced the spruce, like I said, with this nether brick, and I'm really liking the way that it's looking. And then the next thing I need to do is decide exactly what I'm going to do about this next level here. Now he used snow and nether brick slabs, but what I'm wondering is, can I snow it? Like if I do snow like this, and then, whoops. So if I do snow and then watch this. Now I don't know when Lord Docker made that tutorial, so he might not have been able to do this back then. Well, actually, I think it's a trick that's been around for a while. But, you know, there are disadvantages, of course, to using wool. But like, let's say, and I know this isn't even the right spot for it, but let's say I need slabs here. Dunk, 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 dunk. Hey, and it looks just like a slab. 4 levels of snow carpet. Very cool, very cool. So I think I'm going to try doing this in snow because I like the contrast of white to, I like the contrast of the nether brick and the white. Let's go take a look at what that looks like. Yeah, see, that's going to look cool. That's going to look cool. I just need to double check as far as snow melting and things like that. I don't think this, well, I think actually it will melt, not in daylight, but in artificial light over 11 and above, 12 and above. So I need to make sure that I don't put light sources like torches too close to the snow, or it will make it disappear. So I may have to come back and use nether quartz. We'll see. I'm going to use this red color. I'm going to use, I believe, red wool for my sails. It's going to be just bomb diggity. It's going to look so good. It's going to look so good. Anyways, I'm really liking this project. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I will give you updates as we go because it's a big project. It's a big project. Overall, I think the whole thing it comes out to like 12 blocks wide, 30 something, like either 34 or 38 blocks high, and like 42, I think 42 blocks long from bow to stern, including the gigantic, whatever it's called, the big poker thing sticks out the front. I don't know my boat terms, but anyways, it's going to be really cool when all is said and done. But I realize that I'm getting to I'm at a pretty crucial point. I'm at the point where I've finished that bottom deck, and now I'm going to start into the rest. And I realize I hadn't really done any video on this yet. So anyhow, there's an update on the boat, or there's the intro to the boat, and I'll give you updates on the boat as we go. And that's it. We'll talk to you soon. Hey there, folks. AK, I'm back. And just thought I would give you a little bit of an update. Oh, I did get a cactus, as you can see, back on top of the tower doohickey. There it is. Yeah, got a cactus on there. I was just like, yeah, why not, you know? So, let me show you what it looks like from over here. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Got a waterfall thingy, all that stuff. But the main project we're working on right now is the ship, and I cannot even remember the last time that I gave you guys an update on the ship. I think it was when I decided to switch out the, what was I using? Spruce. I think it was when I decided to swap out the spruce with the nether rack, or excuse me, nether brick. So I've been doing a little more work on it, and let me show you what we got so far. For one, I skipped ahead a little bit in the tutorial because it's got these cool little thingies on the side, you know, and it makes getting up and down a whole lot easier, rather than, whoa, man, Depth Strider 3, they move quick, rather than continually building up the scaffolding out of dirt blocks back here in the back, which I did. So I'll get rid of this stuff when it's convenient. But anyhow, so yeah, here's the update. We got another brick for the hole. Right now, this is white wool, and wherever I need a slab, I'm doing the nether quartz. Now, I was thinking to do snow, and I actually started with snow, but snow will melt at light levels greater than 11, especially those little carpet thingies. And I thought, I don't want mobs spawning on here because I got to keep it dark so that I don't do the, so that I won't melt the snow, and that's just a pain, that's a pain, that's a pain. So what I figured I would do is I would get these slabs going in the nether quartz, and I would use wool for all the rest. But then as I'm able to travel through the nether some and build up my supply of nether quartz, I'll go ahead and replace this white wool with nether quartz. because I think I mentioned before, the idea here is to totally pimp out this ship. Obviously the gold, that's part of the actual design, but I'm thinking of, if there's crow's nests and stuff, I might do them out of like emerald blocks and, things like that, just to make it like cool, like super cool. So, anyways, I thought I would give you an update on the boat a little bit, on the ship, and I would show you just a little bit of building on it, since I rarely build and talk at the same time. And of course, anybody who has seen me build and talk at the same time knows exactly why. So, because I tend to sound like kind of a fool. So I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering the tutorial right, it's level with these slabs. You put in some stairs. Yep. And then, yeah. And then, let's see, those are spruce. Those are going to go up in the front. But these slabs here, oh, my bad. There we go. Oh, rain. Yeah. You know I love the rain. Bring it on, son. Bring on that rain. I hate the rain, dude. It's pain. It's a pain and a half. So yeah, actually those will be slabs. And then these, I believe, will be the upside down stairs. And then we're going to slab whomp down there. Whomp. And all the rest of this, now we can, oh, good. Now we can get rid of this dirt. Ta-da! And we can continue to, not continually. We don't need to continually slab something up, because once it's slabbed. But we need to continue with our slabs. And so this is going to create this little elevated deck, and it doesn't look like there's much going to be any space, for some kind of like cool compartment thingy. But let's see, what, it's just like a half size. But you know what, I want to go look at that from underneath. The next thing that's going to go right here is the, and I forget exactly how it's done on the video, but this is where the wheel is, where you would stand and, hard port and starboard and blah, blah, blah. That's where you would put your big wheel, which I don't have the levers and stuff for yet, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that at the moment. But let's go ahead and get our ladders, because I keep digging up and down a whole bunch of dirt, and that's kind of a pain. Hello. There we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, let's see if we can see. Here's our raised deck. Okay, yeah, so that's the level of our raised deck. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to play around with this a little more later, because I think I might be able to create a little more fun space down there, which could be kind of cool. Anyways, still working on all the, once I get the thing finished, of course, I'll try to do all that. But anyways, just want to give you a ship update. I think the next task, now that I've done this piece here, I kind of skipped the order of the tutorial a little bit and put these in because I wanted a quick, easy way in and out. I believe that, the next step, and we can do a little bit of that, is because we're using we're using spruce. That's right, we're using spruce for those. He suggests using spruce slabs. Do I have more? No, just spruce wood. You thought I was going to miss that, didn't you? You thought I was, because I always do. But this time I did not. I believe, I'll have to look again. But anyways, from here we're going to create the, I keep wanting to call it the prow, and I better look that up, because any nautical buffs who happen to watch this are going to be like, dude, stop calling it the prow, if it's not the prow. So they'll go, kaprow, right in my face. Anyways, here's where the narwhal horn, the prow, is going to get built up, but I want to make sure I get the spacing and everything right on that before I do that. But anyways, I'll do that stuff off camera. I just want to give you an update of how the ship is progressing, and I think it's progressing really well, to tell you the truth. I like it. I think it's very cool. And now that I have those little side ladders, and I've built, I think, everything that needs to be built, or that I can reach from the side, I think I can probably go ahead and get rid of this ice, which will make things look a little bit better. Because everybody who comes out is like, oh, cool ship, what's with the ice? I was like, dude, I was just measuring. And they're like, oh. So anyways, I'll go ahead and get rid of the ice, work a little bit on it more, and then we'll give you another update, hopefully when the rain stops. All right, back soon. Hey there, folks, and welcome back. I figured it was time to give you a little bit of an update on how the boat is going. Oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? It looks totally cool. I'm so digging this. And it's also, let me show it to you from over here. It's pretty darn big. Those masts definitely, they definitely do go up. So when you see it without the bridge in place, you can see that, I mean, obviously the tower is still larger, but when this thing gets its sails in, ooh, Nelly, it's going to be just dead sexy. So, what I figured I would show you guys is, in addition to the update, is, yeah, here we go, is I need to set up the rigging. So I put the mass up, and I angled the idea is you angle the mass to make it look like the wind is kind of, pulling them in a sense. And so I did opposite of what the actual, oh, that's the thing I want to do. I forgot about that. I want to do these here slabs. Because they're supposed to be, I think it's like something like this. Slabs basically, like, covering these little areas over here so that you get a gradual kind of incline. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to go, but something like that. Anyways, the idea is that the wind is kind of pulling your sails a little bit, and so rather than just being straight on, which looks a little kind of flat and boring, that these are a little angled. So I angled mine this way so that more of the sail will show, when you're in town or when you're walking across the bridge or whatever. It doesn't look like it's sailing away from you. So there are the masts. And yeah, then it's an idea of rigging. So the trick is the rigging. See, here's the thing. The tutorial is obviously done in creative mode because nobody in their right mind would build this thing in survival. So, you can't just fly around in survival. So you need a way to get up and down and all those sorts of things. So that's why you see all this dirt in these places. That's really not, it's kind of real. I don't know why I have stone on me. It's, that's not really supposed to be there, that dirt. It's just, I'm probably too low to take it out, but, it's, there we go. All those chunks are going to look like that, essentially. And of course, they're all going to get somewhat hidden between the rigging and the sails and all anyways. But I, of course, had to build with dirt because I am crazy enough to build this thing in survival. So the trick, of course, is that you have all these ladders so that you can get up and down. But you also need to build like the rigging, essentially, that goes in between the masts and all that stuff. And I'm just going to keep calling it the prow until I look it up, people. I'm sorry. But anyways, there's rigging that goes in these spaces. And, of course, it doesn't really look right. It's not going to look right while there's ladders, but I got to have ladders in order to get up and down. So anyways, what I'm here to do today, and I'm going to get your opinion on this, your opinion in spirit, because obviously, you were not talking. I would love comments on this, though, of course. But the idea is that there's fencing used as rigging that kind of does, I think it's something like this. Like it comes out like 3 and then comes down 1 and then, it's this kind of a thing. This is going to take a lot. See, this is the thing. In survival, you can just fly, and that's really cool. Excuse me, in creative, you can just fly. But here, and then I think I don't honestly remember. It's supposed to hit around there, though, so maybe this front one, actually, I think these, the ones in the back are the ones that go 3s and 3s. So I do believe these are going 1s by 1s. But at the same time, you said, you just kind of freehand it, freestyle it to make it look right. So we're going to just kind of freehand this one. I don't even know yet if I want to use the nether fence. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to use the nether fence or if I want to use the oak fence. I'm kind of leaning towards the nether fence. Simply because, yeah, see, this is not lining up right because I did those top ones. But anyways, we're just kind of going for the look right now anyways. So let me just show you what we're going for. The idea is that this rigging is going to extend down from the mast to this front prow piece, and then also, of course, in between the mast, there's going to be mast-to-mast rigging. And it looks really cool, once all is said and done. What I'm trying to decide is material. I like the way the nether fence looks. It's nice and dark and rich because obviously I'm using it for the body of the ship, and I'm actually using it for those the flagpoles up at the very top of the mast. There's going to be flags coming off of those. I used the nether fence for that too because I like the way it looked. It looked dark and rich. Whereas let's just do this as a little comparison so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let's say we use nether brick fence, and it comes out looking like this. Okay. I also grabbed some spruce fence. Since these things are spruce, and I grabbed some oak fence just because it's in oak. And yeah, let's just get up a little bit here. I just want to build these so we can look and compare. So, and then the other one was I grabbed birch, even though I figure I'm probably not going to use the birch, because so far every time I've put birch into this build, I haven't really. Let's just do. No. We're just going to kind of fake this one, just to get a look at it. Oof! Ouch! Not that I mind falling in general. It's just I don't like to fall when I'm wearing leather boots because I want them to last as long as possible. So, because they're the only thing I have with depth strider on it. So, what we're going to have is this rigging again that goes down like that and goes mast to mast and things like that. So, it looks dark and rich. It's like, because this is spruce wood, so he advocated using the same wood as your mass for your rigging. But of course, logs look very different than planks and slabs and all that stuff does. So I'm liking the nether, I think. The other ones I think would be too light, especially the, birch, man. Sorry, birch. Love you, but not right now. So, yeah, I mean, and here, of course, I'm using the oak, but that's sort of supposed to blend in, I believe, more with the deck. And since these are going to go up in this, oh, that's what I grabbed. Haha! Thank you for reminding me. I grabbed some red wool because I'm going to be doing these sails in red wool. And I figured that this would be a good way to get a sense of. This would be a good way to get a sense of when the sails are up too, what rigging looks good with it. Oh yeah, nether fence. I'm thinking just absolutely. The spruce would work. The oak with the oak is too light. The birch is too light. But yeah, man, that's a tough call, huh? I think that, yeah. Just get rid of these. I do wonder why fences seem to take so long to, yeah, there we go. Ponk. I think that's all of those. Fences seem to take longer to break than other things, don't they? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, that oak rigging does look pretty smart, but I'm thinking that the nether rigging, is gonna win out. I think it's gonna win out. It looks rich, you know? And so far with the nether brick of the boat and let's get out here even, a little different angle. Man, that's a tough call. I'm gonna have to sit on that one for a little bit because I'm liking them both. But anyways, let's get out of here. Yeah. No, I just mean let me move over here a little bit further away and get a sense of it. That's nice and dark and rich. I do like it, but I also like the the spruce. I mean, not the oak. The oak was too light. The spruce. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to build some of the rigging in nether and some of the rigging in the spruce, and then get my sails up and just really to completely see it in person. I don't think a little spot test like this is gonna do the trick for me, to be honest. So, anyways, it's just about nighttime. We're gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna do maybe a little more work on this, and then we'll give you some more updates as I work more on the rigging and get these decks set up and all that kind of stuff. But progress is being made. And that's all we have time for today, folks. Comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Love ya.